Hello and welcome to Sonic Origins, a remastered collection of the original classic Genesis era Sonic games. And okay, let's not watch the cutscene. Can I not skip the... Can I really not? Okay, there we go. I finally found the button. Let's just skip the cutscene. I thought I couldn't skip it for a second anyway. A remastered collection of the original Genesis era Sonic games and of course Sonic CD for the, well, Sega CD, as it were. Oh, good. Mirror mode unlocked. My favorite thing. I'm so glad. New museum content unlocked. We just got here, game. Would not be... Got... Can I just look at the game for a second here? A new character has arrived in the islands. Use plus to use islands tour mode. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. If I can finish what I'm talking about. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic CD. God. You're gonna tell me I unlocked mirror mode for every single individual game, are you? You sure are. That's exactly what you're gonna do. Okay, that's fantastic. Thanks. Okay. Are we done? We're done. Cool. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. They're all here. The original Genesis era games and, of course, Sonic CD for the Sega CD have been remastered for this collection, available on the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, as well as the original One, Series S, PS4, and the Switch, which is what I'm playing it on. And they've all been upgraded to run in 16:9 aspect ratio, so it's full screen instead of the 4:3 we're used to. And I'm excited to play it. I am very much looking forward to this because for those of you who don't know, I've been going on a bit of a Sonic arc this year, playing all the old Sonic games that I never played, and what an adventure that has been. It's been so painful. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into this because I took a bit of a break from Sonic after Unleashed. Unleashed was great, but I still needed a bit of a break from Sonic because I might have burnt myself out on some Sonic games recently. So we're going to jump in today. I'm excited to play through the original Sonic games because, for those who don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog was the first meaningful video game I ever played. I say meaningful because technically you can count the PC disc games like Blue Takes You to School, or Dora and the Lost Backpack Adventure, or Learning with Nemo and stuff like that. But as far as non-educational proper games are concerned, this was the first I ever played. So I'm excited to take a trip down memory lane and revisit the classic games because it's been years since I've played any of these. So it'll be exciting, and we're gonna play it through story mode. So we're gonna, I'm pretty sure it just mashes all four games together and puts cutscenes between them. So we're going to give it a shot, starting out with Sonic the Hedgehog, and we're going to jump in and see how this is. Check tutorials. A to jump, that and A to spin dash. Oh, they have spin dash in the original game. That's neat. I know that was a change because the original game didn't have spin dashing, but that was a thing they added, I'm pretty sure, was it the GBA port, which is really crap, and, well, I don't know, just look into the GBA port of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's really bad. Anyway, let's get started. They added it there, so hopefully it'll be better here. There's that classic Green Hill Zone theme. Oh, just a wave of nostalgia just hit me. Oh, man, like I said, the first game I ever played, the thing is, I never beat it as a kid. I think the first time I beat the game was a few years ago, even though I played this so many times as a kid, but I guess when I say I played this game as a kid, I should probably just say that I played Green Hill Zone a lot as a kid, because I never made it past Marble Hill Zone. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the game that I played a lot more of, but Sonic 1 never made it past Marble Hill Zone, but man, wait, oh, you bitch, okay. Well, I missed the special stage ring. Not that it matters, because it doesn't matter if you get all the Chaos Emeralds in this game or not, because there is no Super Sonic well, actually, I don't know if they added that. Did they add that in this game? I doubt it. There's only 6 Chaos Emeralds in the original Sonic the Hedgehog. There aren't 7, so you can't actually transform into Super Sonic, so I don't feel too obligated to actually, get all the Chaos Emeralds, but what I will say is that adding the spin dash to the original Sonic the Hedgehog game, man, game changer. Such a game changer. Because it's such a simple thing, but it already, that in and of itself makes the sequel just so much better. Even if you just discount all the other improvements the sequel made over the original. So, it's nice to see it here, because to my knowledge, and you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I'm pretty sure the only time that they actually added the spin dash feature to the original Sonic the Hedgehog was in the GBA port, like I said earlier, the what was it called? Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis or whatever, for the Game Boy Advance. And it was really bad. It ran really poorly, the music was all janky. Instead of shrinking the size of the sprites, because obviously it's a small screen, instead of shrinking the size of the sprites, they just increased, they zoomed in on the screen. Oh, that was not the best move I ever made in my life. They just increased, they zoomed in on the screen, and because they zoomed in on the screen, they made it such that you basically couldn't see anything, which is kind of a problem in a platforming game. But that is not a problem here, both because they didn't zoom in on the screen, it's all classic size sprites, but also, it runs at 16 by 9, also I should get a ring, there we go, I got a ring. So, not even, oh, that was not part of the plan. It's so nice, I mean, to be clear, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 isn't exactly a flawless experience. I have maintained for years that it's definitely nowhere near as good as a sequel, but it's still a fun ride, and, you know, I'm looking forward to replaying through it, even with all its faults. Although it does, there's certainly many stages that are better than others, and of course, we have Labyrinth Zone to look forward to, so that'll be such a fun time replaying. Although, honestly, to be completely honest with you, given all the just sludge I've played recently in the likes of Adventure 2, Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Secret Rings, I guess I phased right through them there, Sonic and the Black Knight to a lesser extent, I'm not sure I'm gonna even hate Labyrinth Zone anymore. I think I might just be like, man, perhaps I treated you too harshly, become the Thanos meme for a second. Who knows? I have no idea. But I just have the sneaking suspicion, ow, that it's going to be a less painful experience than I had originally. Also, I feel like it's taking more hits to go down than I remember him taking. There we go. I don't recall the boss fight lasting that long when I was a kid, but whatever. And with that, that's as far as I made it as a kid. Man, I loved Green Hill Zone. That's why I kept playing it over and over again, but I never played anything past it. Actually, I think I might have tried to play Marble Hill Zone, but I know for sure I never beat it as a kid. I have beat this game, though. I have an LP up on the channel of me playing through the original Sonic trilogy. Except Sonic. I never played Sonic CD. That's the... Well, I always say that. I always say I've never played Sonic CD. It's not technically true, because I have booted up the game and I tried to play it. I just despised it, so... I basically just say the default, I say the default if I've never played it because I may as well have never played it, but I'll give it another shot, and maybe I won't despise it this time, who knows. Anyway, so Marble Hill Zone, bit of a tonal shift from the Green Hill Zone, because I beat some of the zones in Green Hill Zone in like 30 seconds or less, maybe just around 30 seconds, but yeah, such is not the case for Marble Hill Zone. This is a much more slower paced ride, and the spin dash I don't think is going to be particularly helpful here, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I guess I can talk about the cutscenes because like I said, they added cutscenes to, I think it's just the beginning and end of all the games. I don't think there's any mid-game cutscenes. I'm pretty sure it is just the opening cutscene and then the closing cutscene, and then that's it for new. Oh, that was not a great plan for all the new stuff they added. But from what I did see there, that was a really well animated cutscene, and it definitely does a better job of adding narrative context to the game than they had previously. Because I'm sure, I don't know if it was in the manual ever. Remember the era where all the story in games was just relegated to the manual of whatever game you were playing? Yeah, those were the days. Well, now it's actually in the game in the form of a cutscene, which is pretty neat. Don't crush me, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thanks. I'll be on my way now. I almost made the jump. I was close enough. If I'd been a little bit faster, I could have got up on that, that green block right there. But it's fine. Okay, so, another thing I did in my original Let's Play of this game is I did one zone per video, which means that episode 1 was about 5 minutes long, and that's including the intro and outro, so, yeah, I probably shouldn't have relegated it to being only one zone per video, so that's why we're not doing it for this LP. For this LP, we're going to do... It's not going to be a consistent number. It's going to depend on how long the zones are, but for this video, I think I'm going to go till... We're probably going to go through Spring Yard Zone, and then we'll call it there. Because I don't really want to open with Labyrinth Zone. Also, if we go to Labyrinth Zone, then it'll just... Because it's only going to be 2 episodes long. This Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is not going to last very long, so... I want to try to divvy out the videos as best I can, where we do the first 3 zones, and then we wrap up the game with the back half, and then, of course, the final zone, which is just the boss, so... Should be a good way to go about doing this thing. Oh, good lord. Also, worth noting, because I've only ever beaten this game... I've only ever actually beaten this game once, maybe twice, start to finish. So, I'm not very knowledgeable on the zone layouts of the original game. I'm a bit more... Oh, this is a mistake. This is called Death. This is called... Yeah, I tried to save it, but I couldn't. I'm a bit more knowledgeable about Sonic 2's layouts. Oh, I didn't get a checkpoint. Unfortunate. Oh, okay, don't make the same mistake twice here, me. Thanks. I'm a bit more knowledgeable about Sonic 2's layouts than I am about Sonic 1, so... But, yeah, it's still not going to be a blind Let's Play. I don't want to call it blind, because it's not. I've played the game before, but I... Oops. I have a feeling that spring may have been as far as I got when I first played this game as a kid. I want to try to pinpoint the spot at which I gave up. It's probably that spring. It's probably that spring. I guess that's one thing I can mention. This game doesn't have lives. Well, okay, I get that's not entirely true. It can, if you choose to. If you really want to have a life system, you can play in classic mode, where you do have the lives and it's in 4x3. That is an option that you can choose to engage with. Also, I probably shouldn't have taken the hit there. Let me just... Wait, no, that's a mistake, because that's what killed me last time. I spin dashed into the thing. Let's not do that again. So yeah, that's definitely going to make the games a lot more enjoyable to play through, because there are some elements, specifically Labyrinth Zone. I think that's probably... Because I'm of the belief that lives are an outdated gameplay system that no longer... The reason they are no longer a necessary component of games, and the reason why they were implemented in the first place is no longer something that needs to be... It's not a problem that needs solving anymore, is for why lives existed in the first place, so... A lot of the elements of the game that were once frustrating with a live system will no longer be so, or at least will be mildly less frustrating, so I mean, I'm just excited to play through the games again anyway, just because these were such a big part, well, maybe not such a big part of my childhood. That implies it's on the same level as something like the Toy Story franchise in terms of my emotional attachment to it, but, you know, even in spite of of Sonic's tumultuous history, I do still care about the little blue guy, and I certainly played a lot of his games as a kid, even if it wasn't to the same extent as other things that I engaged with in my younger years. So I'm excited to take a trip down memory lane with the enhancements that the game has made. Now, on that note, I don't know that I'd say it's worth $40, even if I end up loving playing through all these games with the added benefit of the 60:9 aspect ratio, the new cutscenes, and the lack of a life system. I really don't think it's going to end up being worth $40. So, yeah, I mean, I guess make the choice for you will, determine whether you think this would be worth it for your money, but me personally, I don't know that it would be worth the price tag for the minimal adjustments that they made. Now, I say that, for as small as the changes are, they do still have a big impact on your enjoyment, or at least my enjoyment of the game, so it is worth pointing that out. Oh, my invincibility ran out at the absolute worst possible time. But for games that have been around for as long as they are, I don't know that I can, in earnest, justify the $40 price tag, even with all the adjustments they made. Ow. Oh, that's another thing. I think the brick, on the subject of the Sonic, of the Genesis GBA version, I think the brick breaking sound effect was also busted. I can't confirm that for fact, but I'm pretty sure it was, because I actually did play the GBA version. Oh, this is a bad cycle to be on. Not on a GBA, because I never owned a GBA, but what I did have was a DVD player in my parents' car when I was really, really young that had I don't know if it was a GBA built into it or it was something equivalent to it, but it was a DVD player that could play GBA games. And one of the ones I had, and I think actually the first game I tried to play was the GBA version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, the problem with that is that the GBA version is crap. And even as a little kid, I mean, I didn't notice everything about it, but there's certainly some elements that even as a kid, you're like, alright, this is just not the same as the original that I played on it. Because I played, the way through which I played the original Sonic trilogy was the, oh my Jesus, I don't know how we're still alive, was on the Sonic Mega Collection on the original Xbox, which I think a lot of people played on the GameCube, but I never had a GameCube, I had an Xbox, so that's how I played it. Anyway, yeah, even aside from that, it also didn't help that because it wasn't one of those things where the car came preloaded with that DVD player or anything. It was a thing where it was just a DVD player that my parents had bought that we then manually attached to the ceiling of the car, and then watched it like that. Now the problem with that is that obviously because it's not designed to be viewed like that, the image was upside down. So I couldn't watch any, I mean I could watch the movies or play games. I just had to flip my head upside down. So it was, I just distinctly remember the first day we got that DVD player installed in the car, and I was very not happy with well, I wasn't happy and neither were they, with the fact that so we're dead, right? Yeah, we're dead. I'll just, unless I can get back in time. No. I could have tried to, I guess I could have tried to spin dash jump. I need to get into the mindset that spin dash exists for this game now. I wasn't happy with the fact that I couldn't play games or watch movies because, well, at least not reasonably well, because it was especially for a game where I guess we accidentally invented mirror mode before this game put mirror mode into the game, is what happened. Because I would have had to play by pushing right and then Sonic would go left. It would have been a bit of an interesting experience if I tried to do that. So yeah, it was a very frustrating. We were just sat in the driveway of my house. My mom was in the back seat trying to help me get the DVD set up while my dad was in the front seat, and it was just, it was a process. It was a process to get that all set up, but, you know, that was my experience with the Genesis version. Although, so for years I thought it was just like, oh, I guess I just had a crap experience with it, but I've since learned that, nope, it wasn't just the fact that we flipped the video upside down, it was the fact that the port is just crap. Oh, I thought the bubble shield would protect me, but it did not. Thankfully, there's a checkpoint right there, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I probably should have thought a bit more about that before I stepped in here. Anyway, and I guess it's worth noting, we did eventually get it to where the picture was right side up so I could play games. Remember, there was one of the games we had was just like a board game thing where we could, we would just play random board games, and the big one we played a lot was Candyland in the back seat. There were other ones. I had a Monsters Inc. I think one year for Christmas I got a Monsters, I got a double pack. The Monsters Inc. GBA game and the Finding Nemo GBA game. I don't think I ever played either of them, or if I did, it was for approximately, I think we're dead here also. It was for approximately 5 seconds and then never again. Okay, let's try this. Nice. Yeah, so it turns out spin dashing makes the game a lot better. Spin dashing makes this game much better. For as much of I don't hate Marble Zone. It's fine for what it is. It's just that it really does not tonally match with the Green Hill Zone, because Green Hill Zone is just so fast-paced, lightning fast, an absolute blast to get through, and then you get to Marble Zone, and it's like, hey, what if we slowed the game down about 1,000,000%? Would you like that? I think you might like that. I think we should do that. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, let's not fall into the lava here. I got a ring somehow. I guess I accidentally picked up a ring. I don't know how, but I did. We're fine. We are A-okay. We are doing just fine. Oh, I guess I probably should have tried out Island Mode Tour. Maybe I'll try that out. I don't know, maybe the start of the next episode? Well, no, because I'm just going to record episode 2 out right after this, so who knows. Also, the video's going on longer than I thought, so I might end up calling the video, well, actually, no, I guess, because I've been recording for 25 minutes, but then I realized it's because I've died a lot, and, oh, yeah, and as right on cue, I died again. So the video, my recording's longer than the video is going to actually end up being. So and plus, Spring Yard Zone is going to go by a lot faster, so I don't think the video will be running on for too long. And you know what? Marble Zone may be a jarring tonal shift, but the music is still absolutely phenomenal, as is the case for, well, I was going to say, as is the case for the entire Sonic trilogy. Then I remembered that there was a little something that happened with Sonic 3's soundtrack that, we'll get to when we play Sonic 3. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know. For those of you who don't, we'll discover it together. But I'm not looking forward to hearing how that's gonna end up. But we will We will cross that bridge when we get to it. For the time being, we're gonna try not to commit the big die again. Okay, let's just get the rings and move right along. Okay, let's not make the same mistake we made last time. Okay, just do that. Oh, no, that was not correct. That made things much, much worse, actually. That was not the savior I thought it was going to be. Okay, so it turns out spin dashing isn't gonna save your ass all the time. I need to actually make this jump. Because if I spin dash through, I'm gonna fall in the lava. I guess I probably could have. Oh no! Oh, not again. Save my ass there, though. Okay, I think I'm out of rings. I don't think there's. Yeah, I'm gonna save those rings for later. In case I need. In fact, I'm also gonna save this up here for later. In case I fall again, I want to save those rings for. Oh, I probably should have fallen there. To be perfectly honest, I probably should have fallen there. Okay. Slow but steady wins the race. You can hear me. Oh my god. And good thing I saved those rings. Go away. Thank you. Okay. No more flying bats. Just a few more things to hop across. And... no! Jumps too far. A few more jumps to make. Stop short. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh my good lord. Okay, let's not breathe a sigh of relief just yet. Oh, thank goodness. Finally! Now it's boss time, okay. I remember the boss being very easy, as I believe all the bosses are, with possibly the exception of the final one. You just gotta not be on these blocks when he unleashes the flames of destruction, as they were. Yeah, so... Marble Zone, not exactly the fast-paced adrenaline rush the Green Hill Zone is. But, I still enjoy it somewhat. It's just so, it's much... the thing is, were it not for the tonal clash, I'd probably like it a lot more. It's just the fact that you go from the take off at the speed of sound, blitz through the green hills, to slow down and make these really precise, methodical jumps in Marble Zone. It makes, it's the clash that makes it so rough to get through. But as its own thing, it's still somewhat enjoyable. Okay, now it's time for Spring Yard Zone, which should be hopefully a bit faster than Marble Hill Zone. Not sure. Did I say Marble Hill Zone again? Marble Zone. I keep calling it Marble Hill Zone, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Should in theory be faster than Marble Zone, because it's obviously not exactly the same as Green Hill in terms of the speed, but you get a better sense of speed here than you do in Marble Zone. Not that that's a very high bar, but still. I guess just generally speaking, throughout the first Sonic game, there's a lower quantity of actual going fast than you would expect for the fastest thing alive, which is part of what makes the sequel so much better, but I guess we can get into that once we have to get to Sonic 2. For the time being, we're just gonna enjoy a little stroll with the first Sonic game. Also, that was needlessly cruel. Very needlessly cruel. Oh no, not the plan. I need ring. Ring, thanks for the ring. I appreciate the ring. Okay, move out of the way, buddy. Thank you. Okay. Maybe not as fast as I expected. I thought Spring Yard Zone would be a bit faster than this, but you know, it's still moving a bit faster than we did in Marble Zone, just not quite. I don't know if you ever do reach the same heights that you do, and I guess the same speed heights rather in Green Hill Zone that you do in any of the other zones. I'm not sure. Again, it's been a few years since I played the first game, so I'm not as knowledgeable on it as I probably should be. But I seem to recall the game peaking in terms of its speed with Green Hill Zone and then never really managing to recapture that element of speed. Or at least, if it does, it's in short spurts, whereas Green Hill Zone is just a consistent ride of awesomeness from start to finish. Which is why it's so beloved, probably. Oh! Okay, can we not? I need rings, and then I need to... Okay, it'd be nice if you didn't reset your positioning every single time so I could... There we go. There we go. Thank you. Now... Excuse me, I don't believe I gave you permission to do that. Do not believe I gave you permission to do that. And then, of course, there's Labyrinth Zone, which is an entire other can of worms we're going to open tomorrow. Not today, because we want to keep things nice and happy for the time being. But for tomorrow's video, we will start off with the dreaded Labyrinth Zone. And then I think that's a pits as far as how bad things get. Because Starlight Zone is really cool. Scrap Brain Zone is decent, I'm pretty sure. And the final zone is just the boss. That being said, the boss can be a bit of a pain, so we'll see how that goes. But it is just nice to be able to play it in 16:9. And not because when I played the original Sonic the Hedgehog, it did take up the full screen, but it was stretched to full screen. It wasn't a native 16:9. It was a 4x3 game that was stretched to fill out the entire TV, because that's just how the Xbox works. It does that for all the games. So, yeah, I've never played this game at full 16:9, but now I am, and it's a blast. Even for all the faults of Marble Hills, I did it again. Marble Hill Zone. For all the faults of Marble Zone, still just such a classic experience, and it was a foundation. I guess I'll save this for the final, for tomorrow when we get to the credits, but it was the foundation upon which the rest of the series could be built, or at least the rest of the Genesis trilogy could be built upon. Of course, I am starting to realize that the game listed Sonic CD in the menus before Sonic 2, so I'm probably gonna have to play Sonic CD before I get to Sonic 2, which, I really am not looking forward to Sonic CD at all. I'm kind of dreading it, actually, but who knows, maybe, again, it's knowing the absolute garbage I've played recently in the Sonic franchise, I feel like it can't be that bad. It can't be as bad as I expect it to be. At least I hope it won't be as bad as I expect it to be. Anyway, yeah. As you can see, Spring Yard Zone, going faster than Marble Zone. We aren't quite reaching the same speed heights as the Green Hill Zone, but it's still a much quicker experience and a much more enjoyable experience than Marble Zone. So it'll be a high. It's also kind of what I did want to end the video after Marble Zone, because it's not the highest of notes to end on, but so it'll be better to close out. Oh god, close out here. And the boss is this. Well, I mean, it's technically not the same boss, because the Eggman does do something different every time, which is welcome, by the way. I'd much rather. Oh, am I gonna die? Oh no. Okay, yes. The answer was yes. I was gonna die. I'm not entirely certain how it happened, but I did. Okay. What I was gonna say is that on the topic of repeating bosses, if you're gonna take a boss and repeat it over and over again, change it up a bit. Change the attacks, change the environments, which is what they do for this game for Eggman. They have him do a new attack that uses the environment to his advantage each time, which is a welcome. Oh god. Oh, I couldn't even spin dash out of that pit. It's interesting that we had these little bouncy things from the Sonic games, and it made people go, what if we had an entire game based around that? And they called it Sonic Pinball, or Sonic Spinball, rather. I've always referred to it as Sonic Pinball, but whatever. It's just an extra S, because he does a spin dash. It's a play on words. I'll take rings, please. Let me try to stay above these sections this time instead of going into the pits. I thought for sure that I'd be able to spin dash out of it, but apparently not. Apparently, even the almighty spin dash wasn't enough to save me from that hole. Because I remember getting caught in that hole as well when I played this, well, when I played this zone for the first time. That hole really screwed me over. So I knew going into this that would be a problem, or at least I thought it would, but then I thought, oh, well no it won't, because I'll have spin dash to my advantage. Turns out, spin dash, oh, okay, I thought I was gonna die there for a second, honestly. I thought that would be the end of me. I thought that was the last of me you'd ever see. Oh, well, don't mind if I take some speed shoes and invincibility, so I can run on through. Or, not that that'll matter if I get stopped by stupid blocks. Speed shoes plus invincibility. Is there a greater combination? Other than, I guess, spin dash in the first Sonic game, which never had it before this point. Okay, unfortunately my speed might have been inhibited for this section, because it's, oh god. Well, fun while it lasted, I suppose. Yeah, you don't really get to see those shine all that much in a zone like this. It's much more noticeable in Green Hill Zone, but still, you can, oh no, not the Pit of Death. Oh wait, no, I didn't fall in the Pit of Death, but I died through that anyway, because I was expecting to fall in the Pit of Death, and then I didn't. Threw me off guard. Okay, made it last a little bit more this time. I made the invincibility last a bit more, so we got a bit further with it. And I think we're closing in on the boss. I seem to remember this final descendant of, or this final section where you descend down the blocks is gearing up pretty close to the. Did that say cope? Did I read that correctly? Hold on. I swear, or did that just say score? I think my eyes might be playing tricks on me. Where it's up there. Oh my god, is it? Oh, okay. All right. Moving along then. I swear. Okay, let's just go fight the boss. Let's just go fight the boss. I'm pretty sure it's right around the corner. Yeah, here it is. All right. He's gonna do his spiked thing where he drills into the ground, and it doesn't really impact you at all. You kind of have to go out of your way to get hit by it. Of course, now that I said that, watch, I'm gonna get hit. The next chance I get, he's gonna drill me with his stupid. Now, see, even there. Oh, well. I don't even think I got hit by the drill there. I'm pretty sure I just got hit by him. But you saw me below him for a second there, and the drill just didn't do anything to me. It was just being in his general vicinity that got me injured there. Right, give me this ring. Oh, I guess just give me all the rings, since there's there's bounce panels up there. Oh! Can I make that last? Hold on. Give me this. Gimme. Alright, let's run like the wind. Now we play the waiting game. Yeah, like I said, the spike itself, it's pretty hard to get hit by the spike. It's just everything else that's killed me so far. Everything except the spike is what's led to my demise. Because even when I was right below the thing, the spike still didn't really do anything to me. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I thought I was going to spin dash into the pit there, to be honest. I thought I was going to eat my words and spin dash directly into the pit and ruin all my work. But we didn't, so we win. It's all good. Alright, Sonic is past Act 3, and that is going to be where we wrap things up for this video. That was a blast. That was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Even for... The sound of hell itself has come to torment me again. Oh, good. I can't wait. Okay, so... Overall, so far, been a blast. The game runs fine. Flawless controls, as is usual. I mean, it's just the same. It's just Sonic 1, except in widescreen, with no lives. And new cutscenes, so, of course, it was going to be a fun time. But, man... It's been an absolute blast so far, and I'm looking forward to playing the rest of the games. Just as soon as we get through Labyrinth Zone. Again, though, given what we've played recently on the channel, nowhere to go but up. Maybe I'll actually end up liking Labyrinth Zone this time, who knows. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Sonic Origins, where we're currently playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Goodbye!